Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. Darklight, congrats to the clean first, and also thank you for collecting your daily Void Shard. I hope you're doing well today. Um, but welcome on in, everybody. Uh, let's see. I have plans for the evening, but I figured, you know what? How about I figured, you know what? We have time. How about we do a little afternoon stream? I figured we could play a Trigger story quest since we haven't done it yet. But since agent story quests usually only go about an hour and a half, I figured we could do Trigger's agent story quest, and then afterwards we can wow, I can't talk today. And I figured afterwards we could start Pirate Yakuza, which is a game that I've been looking to get, and I finally got it. And I honestly can't wait to start it. So, oh, and Kit Kat, thank you for collecting daily Void Shard. Hang on a second. Let me give you a shout out. There we go. By the way, who's ready for the Wuthering Waves update this week? I'm guaranteed for Zani, and I have a lot like a
Time to say bye.
Boom. Speaking of which, happy 2-year anniversary to Honkai Star Rail. And I must ask you, Darklight, who'd you pick to which character did you pick to get a blessing from? I mean, obviously, I picked Kafka to get an anniversary wish from. Boy, rest in peace to some people though, because a lot of them seriously believed that they were gonna get the character. I'm like, they already gave us Ranmei or Lucha for free. Like, their generosity can only go so far, you know. Black Swan, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry, mommy, sorry. But man, what a journey it's been. Can you believe it's been 2 years since Honkai Star Rail released? Like, where did the time go? This song is good. I need to play Marvel Rivals on stream again. It's been too long. And heck, I need to play Overwatch on stream again. Actually, it made me cry because tomorrow's my birthday. Oh, tomorrow's your birthday? Oh, in that case, 1 second. There's something that we need to do. Like, since I'm not streaming tomorrow, I figured tomorrow will be a good. I figured today will be a good day to do it. So hang on, let's go to the game screen real quick. And oh yeah, everybody, I got Vivian. I'm pretty happy about that. But anyway, let me just make sure that But yeah, Darklight, since I won't be streaming tomorrow, why don't I do this for you today? Here you go. Happy early birthday, Darklight. Hope it's a good one for you. But everybody, I think let's see. I think I'm gonna go ahead and get right into Trigger story quest. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna take too long, but also I'm pretty excited to start Pirate Yakuza. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Also, once we finish Trigger Story Quest, I'm going to end the VOD on the YouTube side and then immediately boot it back up again when we play Pirate Yakuza. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, and there's Mommy Jane. I mean, I'm not thirsty. What are you talking about? Gosh, seeing the rewards page, seeing the page for like what I've done in Star Rail so far, it hit me emotionally. Like when we viewed the 4-year anniversary page for Genshin Impact. By the way, who's excited for 5.6? I mean, Mondstadt and Fontaine content? Hell yes. Like, I've been enjoying Natlan. I know people had like mixed opinions about the Natlan story and direction, but I liked it. But I'm excited to get back to Mondstadt. You know, where it all began, where our adventure began. I just got Ling Yang and Wuwa. That's the Lion Boy, right? Did you get him? Did you get him from Did you get him from Standard, or did you? Wait, did you get it from Standard, or did you or lose a 50-50 to get him? But either way, congrats on getting Ling Yang. Alright, begin agent story. And yes, I know, I'm about to insert immersive storytelling. Now everybody, I can't really go too long on stream today, like 4.5 hours max, because at around 5 p.m. I'm meeting some friends for dinner. So I have to be there on time for that. But anyway, this is a story that took place in the past. A story of a rookie proxy, Faithin, who meets a young lady at a crossroads of fate. Belle, we've been on 6th Street for a while now. How many internet conditions have we taken these past few days? We're still newbies, so you know how it is. It's okay, we're starting our proxy business and video store from scratch, side by side. It'll take time. These days, I've been focused on managing the store, so thank you for taking care of our internet business, Stell. Belle, why did I say Stell? Having this cozy little home with you is already much better than the life we had after leaving the academy. As long as we slowly build our reputation, we'll eventually have a chance to uncover clues about the fall of the old capital, Belle. We'll take it slow. Yes, but I still want to take on some commissions. Belle, your enthusiasm really is something, but your troubles will soon be resolved. I saw how hard you've been searching for commissions, and these past few days, I found an intelligence broker on internet who can introduce commissions to us. As long as we can establish a long-term partnership with this professional intelligence broker, we shouldn't have to worry about getting commissions in the future. As your older brother, I also want to be able to help you. Good job. Thanks. I've done a good job. I think I've done a good job too. I arranged to meet him at a store today. He should be arriving soon. At that moment, a sudden knocking comes from the door. He's here, just in time, Belle. Let's go talk to him. Who knows, maybe a cool surprise will be waiting for us on our first commission with him. Okay, this is not how I was expecting the story quest to go. To start, I should say. Belle, allow me to introduce our future partner, the intelligence broker I found on the internet. Nice to meet you both. You can call me Shepard. I'm glad that you chose to work with me. By the way, are you two just starting out in this line of work? Nice to meet you. We haven't been in the business for too long. I understand. It's normal for rookie proxies like you two to have a hard time finding commissions, but please don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Let me check my notes. Your name is Faithin, right? What kind of commissions do you usually specialize in? We have superior technology. What an energetic response. These days, many young proxies lack the energy you have. Lost 50-50 on event banner? Oh. Are you gonna try to are you gonna try to go for Storekeeper still? Or do you want to go for Zani or Chacona? However you pronounce her name. Like, I'm guaranteed for Zani, so I'm hoping it doesn't take many wishes to get her. That way I can start saving for Chekona right away. We'll find our own way to resolve that. I believe you'll see it in the actual commission. Wait for next event banner? So you're gonna go for Zani then? If you're interested, let me explain the details. Shall we move to a more convenient place to talk? It's not suitable to talk about this at the counter, so you move to a small room with Shepard to discuss things in detail.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
Not to be rude to the client, but guiding people through the hollows is what a proxy does. A commission that doesn't even require stepping in one seems kind of pointless for us to handle, right?
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills. To be honest, the client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
You've made your point. Guess we can't refuse now. Let's see the job.
Shepard nods in satisfaction and pulls out 3 items from his pocket: a harmonica, a sheet of music, and an old photo. Wait, is that what Trigger looked like before?
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Just a photo. So even the client doesn't know her name, identity, or whereabouts? And what's the deal with the harmonica and the sheet music?
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica. Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
A single photo and a melody. Feels like chasing shadows. Belle, where do you think we should start?
Maybe we should start with Port Elpis. A woman with her eyes covered isn't exactly someone you see every day. Remember when we went to visit the sea? I'm pretty sure we spotted someone like that back then. Remember? I was in a bad mood that day, so you took me to the port to clear my head. We bought some fries, but you were so busy staring at that girl with her eyes covered, a seagull snatched them right out of your hand.
Oops.
Why do you sound mad? Now that I think about it, that woman did look a lot like the one in the photo. I was just a bit distracted. I didn't mean to stare. Next time I'll make sure to watch my fries more carefully. Well, thanks to you, we've got a lead now. Let's head to the port and see what we can find.
Alright, Port Elpis. By the way, chat, daily reminder, you're amazing. And if you try to say no you, I'm gonna Uno reverse your no you. We better get started. Right, since we don't have any other leads right now, let's try our luck here. I'll attempt to hack into the cameras to check if she's been around recently. As for you, Belle, take the photo and ask the locals and passerbys around here. Oh, excuse me. Welcome to the Tater King. Our fries and hot dog combo is a hot seller. Would you like to give it a try? Hello, have you seen this person? I've never seen this girl before. When exactly? Maybe once every 1 or 2 months. I'll see her wandering around this area. But I've never spoken to her, and she doesn't seem to interact with anyone around here. So I don't really know much about her background. I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her recently. Are you looking for her? I can keep an eye out for you. By the way, would you like some fries? The seagulls here always try to steal the fries. Alright then. Those seagulls have been too active recently. Will they have a negative impact on our sales of the fries? Looks like I shouldn't feed them too much in the future. That's the thing, if you feed wild animals, they start to expect that after a while. Hi Shadow, welcome on in. How are you today? Yo, let's see, our mutual friend's birthday was a lot of fun yesterday, wasn't it? Or at least she looked like she was having fun. Good, thank you, thank you. It's raining? It's raining where you're at? Let's see, how's the weather where I'm at? Let me see. It's pretty clear where I'm at. Yeah, the crying was definitely one of the best parts. She deserves all the love and support. Yeah, to clarify, chat, she was crying happy tears from all the love she was getting showered with. Hey, what do you think you're doing? This lighthouse is currently off limits. No one's allowed to enter. Sorry, I didn't know. If I hadn't shown up, you would've just gone straight in, wouldn't you? The lighthouse hasn't been properly maintained for years. If something happened to you, who would take responsibility? Besides, what did you go to the lighthouse for? I'm looking for this person. Looking for someone. Have you seen this person? I was playing the new Elder Scrolls yesterday. I love it. I mean, technically, it's not a new Elder Scrolls. It's a remaster of a game that came out in 2005, but it's new-ish. It's a newer, but I've heard many good things about the remaster. I might just need to get it. I know, however, you know what I meant. Yeah, I get what you meant. It's amazing. Yeah, I heard they even kept some of the glitches in there. Which, honestly, what's a Bethesda game without a few glitches, right? This girl does have a rather memorable appearance, but I don't remember seeing her before. I think she might have been here before. I'll send you what my character looks like. Okay, perfect. I'll take a look in a bit. Alright, thanks. By the way, if I seem out of sorts right now, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit drunk last night on VR chat. Try knocking on the door. Complete silence, but there seems to be some kind of noise inside. Knock on the door again. Who? Excuse me, have you seen this person? Who? Let me see. The door opens slightly. I carefully hand the photo over, and within 3 seconds, the person returns it. Never seen. Disappear. In the end, everyone will disappear, including me. Okay, let me see this. Yo, the Argonians look pretty good in that game. But yeah, let's see. I need to hop on the Oblivion remaster. It's been too long since we had an RPG release that feels like an actual game and doesn't feel like a lecture or 40 hours of therapy. And not even as the therapy on, but as the therapist.
No luck on my end. Belle, did you find anything?
Let's try the harmonica again.
I was wishful thinking to assume that a quick stroll through the port would solve this. But since we're here, might as well give the harmonica a try. Whether it works or not, you owe me some fries before we head back.
I'll do whatever you say, but Belle, would you mind giving the harmonica a try instead? I'm curious to how it sounds.
Wow, you sure know how to set me up. I'm telling you now, though, I can't promise what it'll sound like.
You... Wonder how long this will go for. Alright, it was pretty accurate. Whatever, you think it sounded good at least. The music continues for half a minute.
How do I put this? It sounds okay once
Could you look incredible?
But
excuse me, were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
sorry, my sister didn't mean to make such a commotion. We'll just wait. You're the one in the photo. Sorry about that. I didn't hear any footsteps, so I didn't realize you were right beside us.
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
Hey, thank you for the lurk, Asuna. Oh, excuse me. And yeah, of course she moves quietly. She's a sniper by trade. First things first, let's bring her back home.
Well, the two of us are proxies, and this song was given to us by a client. We never thought it would actually help us find you. Our client is the one looking for you. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
Let's head back to the store.
Okay, let's go check in with Shepard. Oh,
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time, but I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
Also, what's cool is both versions of the new Oblivion come with all expansions, so Knights of the Nine, Shivering Isles, etc. Yeah, from what I understand, it's only $10 more to get all the DLC, which is pretty good if you ask me. I think that I'm not a Kafka main after all. Looks like a Hoha main. Yeah, I mean, I'm still an Acheron main by heart, but I still love Kafka as a character, and I still use her team occasionally.
Miss Charon, I just reached out to the information broker who posted the commission. He should be here shortly, and you'll be able to meet the client soon. Please take a seat on the couch. I'll get you something to drink.
Yes, I got the deluxe edition. It gives you a horse armor set, 2 armor sets, the digital art book, and soundtrack. So all that plus all the DLC for $10 more, that's a steal, honestly.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left, it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
oh, let me see. You're right. How did you know? No wonder there's been some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident. I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp.
Let's see. By the way, isn't that pretty neat, and actually kind of ironic that she's blind, but because of her excellent senses, she's an excellent sniper.
I heard a faint buzzing sound. By moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
And Darklight, I think being a Huahua main is honestly pretty good, considering that healers and supports are a bit more future-proof than the main DPSs. Like, for example, I've been using Ron May ever since I got her at 1.6, and she's been on my teams ever since.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
No need to apologize. Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you too should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
In the words of Obi-Wan Kenobi, your eyes can deceive you, don't trust them. A subtle silence fills the room. It's clear you have secrets you don't want to share with each other's, and there's an unspoken understanding between you. As the silence is on the brink of becoming awkward, a knock comes out at the door from outside the shop.
It's me again. You two found the target already? Wow, Phaethon, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
Why do you look uneasy?
I'm glad you're impressed. But why do I get the feeling you aren't very happy? You look a little uneasy.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem. I can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today. Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly
Hello,
sent me a
Shadow.
location,
Welcome on in. How are you?
The edge of a hollow. Who sends something
Or
like
I should
that
say
in
Shadow
normal
at
circumstances?
Ato? Shadow Sorry, I have to call you something else because another Shadow is in here as well.
Sending a location from the edge of a hollow? That's anything but normal. And the client hasn't responded at all?
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Oh! Lectra Leviathan, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Void Legion. Kuru-kuru! Kuru-kuru, 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 kuru-kuru-ring, kuru-kuru-ring, kuru-kuru-kuru-kuru-kuru-ring. Lecture Leviathan, welcome on in. How'd you find my channel, if you don't mind my asking?
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might pick up some clues.
You're Miss Charon? No offense, but the hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a carrot.
A Discord
or
server?
combat
I saw you
personnel,
streaming.
It's a death trap.
Which Discord
You should
server?
wait.
If just out of curiosity, I wanted to support. Well, I appreciate you, but welcome on in. And oh,
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, we now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale.
that song never gets old. Thank you, Shadow.
I'm a soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the Hollow. You can trust in my combat skills.
And also, Lectra, do you like Zenless Zone Zero? Or if not Zenless Zone Zero, what games do you like playing?
The heart rate.
Sorry, I just like getting to know people better.
Just spiked. Don't worry, my military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them.
Oh, and by the way, everybody, I'm pretty sure you saw. I'm pretty sure anyone who's in my Discord server saw this, but I decided to do away with question of the week, mostly because it's becoming increasingly difficult for me to come up with topics to talk about regularly. But let's see. But also, wow, what was I gonna say? Let's see. But also, I feel like if we want to discuss something interesting, we don't need to rely on a question of the week to for us to talk about it. And I asked if everybody was okay with that, but I think most people are. And I know what people are gonna say. It's my stream. It's up to me.
Scratch my back.
But I always like to
yours.
ask. I always like to ask my community before I follow through with something, since they're the ones who watch my streams and who interact with me on the Discord. Though with a lot of VTuber. Oh, okay. I know which one you're talking about. I assume you know my friend Carol then, or you Estella. I'm assuming that's the server you're talking about, right?
As for getting into the Hollow, proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be
I
involved,
looked at the
that's
server and I
fine.
see your name, so
I'll
never
think
mind.
of
No, I joined today because a member of the staff knows me personally and wanted me to help him be journalist. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we have a lot of cool streamers in there under our wing. It was actually my friends Liv Snowflake and you Estella that brought me into the that brought me into the server. Like, in fact, everybody else in my chat, even though they're probably not here, let me go ahead and give them shoutouts so that you all can check them out and give them follows. I hope I'm spelling Stella's correctly. Yep, there they are. Please go check them out if you aren't already. They both play a lot of gachas like me. But they play a lot of other games also. Like Liv plays a lot of plays so occasional Demonologist and Baldur's Gate 3. Like, she's a really big fan of Baldur's Gate 3. And then Stella plays mostly gachas, but I've seen her play other games too. Wow!
We'd like to find the client ASAP too. I mean, who's gonna cover our commission fee otherwise? Besides, if we said no, you'd just head into the hollow alone, wouldn't you?
How did you know?
Time to say bye. Boom.
Boom. I love Kafka. Oh, my horns are blocking Trigger's face. 1 second. There we go. Oh, by the way, everybody, we are 12 followers away from 2K. And if we hit 2K followers, we'll be doing a 48-hour stream in the sometime within the next few months. I just have to schedule it ahead of time.
So that was your plan? You just remind me of how Wise and I used to be. So desperate to find someone that we didn't even care if we were ready or not. Well, since Miss Charon wants to continue to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. You can relax, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the hollow, and be careful.
So charge him recklessly. Got it.
I'm really sorry for troubling you both. Finding this client is very important to me, so I may have acted a bit out of line just now.
No worries. Seeing how determined you are to find the client, we couldn't just sit by and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
So we knew Trigger long before the events of 1.6.
Did you call me? Let's wanna go eradicate. I'll help you win. The lunch is on you.
Oh yeah, I heard several of the voice actors got changed over.
Let's start the experiment. Hey, don't look down on me.
Oh yeah, Coletta's definitely got changed.
Let's fire it up.
Need something?
Headmaid Rena, at your service.
I mean, Rena sounds somewhat similar.
Is it?
I'll protect you from instant.
I have 2 guns, so double the accuracy.
Let's see, 2K followers? Wait, what? I remember when you were playing WoW more and more. I'm happy for being your friend for this long. Yeah, you've known me since like almost the very beginning, Darklight.
Is it? So sleepy. I'll help you win. The lunch is on you.
Anyway, who was I trying to find just now?
Preparing to. Is the number 0.
My loyalty lies with the winner.
3 years, 10 months, and 17 days. They wouldn't dare change the voice actors to literally the first 3 characters you see in the game now, would they? True. I mean, they've been kind of having to change voice actors around because, well, I'm not gonna get into it, but it's complicated.
Miss Charon, I need some time to calculate the hollow route.
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for reasons. I still remember the way forward clear as day.
Move behind me.
Is our prey giving you trouble? Coming from behind.
I'll take point.
And why don't you wait just a little longer? Calculating a path doesn't take that long.
Sneak attack.
I tried playing Zenless Zone Zero. I spent more time re-downloading the assets than playing. Oh dang. I'm sorry to hear that. It shouldn't be giving you that much trouble.
The path ahead. It should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago. One moment, Roxy. I might have misremembered. I just need to think.
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction. A sound strategy.
A little gift.
Sorry for being so
I
presumptuous,
know that because I'm
Proxy.
taking a break from Genshin because of that reason.
Got
The
ahead
voice
of
acting drama
myself
that's going on.
and made things difficult.
Like, yeah. I just know for a fact that the I just know for a fact that sorry. They kept talking while I was trying to talk. Like, I know for a fact that the next patch that's taking place in Mondstadt and Fontaine, I know a lot of the characters in English dub are probably going to be silent still, so I'm going to be switching over to the Chinese dub so that it doesn't feel hollow when we play it. But anyway, let's just drop the subject for now. I really don't like talking about drama or controversial topics on stream.
Fire support ready.
Wait, something's up ahead.
Man and woman lie collapse to the ground with the unmistakable smell of blood emanating from them. Upon the source of their scent, you see bullet holes on their bodies. No signs of breathing. Their heartbeats and pulses are completely gone. These two are dead. Cause of death appears to be severe blood loss from long-range gunshot wounds. I couldn't handle it anymore, so after 20 minutes of playing, I uninstalled the game because 27 gigabytes on the phone is murder for a game that you won't play much because it's laggy. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from, Lectra. Like, I think out of all the major gacha games, I think Star Rail is probably the most mobile friendly. And I know older generation phones tend to have trouble keeping up. I'm not saying yours is. I'm just saying that tends to be the case. Those two.
What could have happened? Who did this?
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet,
The surrounding ether levels have significantly increased. What's going on? Copy. The enemy is Sniper's Creed. Hold on. Let me find what's causing the ether level increase. What the heck? There are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop. I've heard the conduit. Hit the core. Recalibrate. Move behind me. Dissolve.
those are high-pressure ether storage tanks. Those are highly concentrated ether. As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate.
What I feel if you're choosing from HSR, Genshin, Zenless Zone Zero that we date, you only choose one from each one? Ooh, I can only pick one. That makes the decision a little bit difficult. Let's see. From Genshin, there's no doubt about it. I would pick Yelan. From Honkai Star Rail, my first choice would be Kafka. And then Zenless Zone Zero, I have to say Jane Doe. Wait, what am I supposed to be shooting at right now?
All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
These guys are dead too.
Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive.
Let's see, what about you, Darklight?
Ether fluctuations
What
from
waifu
any
would
other
you pick for
life
each
forms
game?
nearby.
Great, that's a relief. Charon, can you confirm their condition?
Confirmed. 1 is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other 3? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. They're all unconscious. The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
I noticed the lights on her visor changed with her emotions.
Who are you?
Help me. It hurts. So cold. I don't want to die.
There must be something we can do. I'll contact the hospital, and we can get him out of the hollow.
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Am I dying? I just want to go home.
The tune echoes throughout the hollow, heavy with the scent of blood. It's the song recorded on the client's sheet music. As the harmonica's gentle notes fill the air, the dying man stops groaning, simply listens until his eyes close forever.
Heron, are you okay? Did you get hurt during the fight just now?
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection
Genshin
reaction
A,
you saw just now is one
HSR
of them.
Jade, and Zenless Zone Zero Jane Doe. Solid choices.
Staring into death. It's not something I handle well.
My head. Where am I? Who are you people? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand?
From Genshin, I'd say
There
it's
are two
Raiden,
more
where he
unconscious
started Xing
survivors
Liu,
here.
and in
If
Zenless
you
Zone
can,
Zero
help us
Jane
carry
2.
one of them.
That
get out of
it
here
seems we're all in
together.
agreement then. Although I'm the only one who didn't pick Raiden. I mean, Raiden has a special place in my heart because she was my first limited 5-star character.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
The culprit should be gone by now. Heron, let's get the survivors out. Follow me.
Roxy, let's take a short break here. The area around the Ballet Twins has been abandoned due to the Hollow disaster, and no one's likely to be around. It's both secluded and safe, making it a perfect place for a conversation. Those 3 survivors. Yes, I know. They just escaped from a killer, so we need to check on their injuries and mental well-being. Could one of them be the client? Unfortunately, I don't think so. After they woke up and saw me, they didn't have any particular reaction. If they're the ones who assigned the commission to find me, they should have recognized me to some extent. Proxy, I'll keep watching around here and be on the lookout for the perpetrator trying to track us or attempting to ambush us. Could you please have a brief conversation with these 3 survivors? I think they may have information on the perpetrator. And to be honest, I think they might... No, it's probably just my imagination. Thank goodness. I can't believe it. I'm still alive and out of the hollow. What's your name? Oh, me? I'm Jesse. I'm so grateful that you were there to save me. When that maniac was chasing and sniping at me, I really thought I was done for. I have some questions I want to ask you. Questions? Go ahead and ask. Although I don't really want to remember what just happened. You did save my life. How were you kidnapped and brought to the hollow? I was tricked. I received an anonymous message telling me there was a big job I could do. Asked me to meet in an alley on 6th Street. I had just arrived at the agreed spot and waiting when someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. When I woke up, I was already in the hollow, and my feet and hands were tied. Take some time to calm down. Take a deep breath. If your emotions get too tense, the wound might reopen. I still feel like I'm gonna throw up. The fear that someone's still trying to shoot me, it just won't go away. Are you guys okay? I'm okay. Did you save us? I'm just about holding up. I more or less recovered from the shock. I remember you. You were looking for someone around Port Elpis, weren't you? Yes, I think I've seen you before. How embarrassing. I never thought we'd meet again like this. What are your names? My name is Zoe. Aaron. Just call me Aaron. Ugh. Feeling nauseous again? I managed to hold it in. Did you want to ask us something? I have some questions for you. What happened to you in the hollow? Do I really have to talk about it? If possible, I'd rather not relive it. I'll go first. After I woke up, I found myself tied up, lying alone in a corner of the hollow, with ethereals wandering nearby. If I didn't make an escape then and there, I'd be doomed. So I found something sharp and cut through the rope. After freeing myself, I was about to run when a bullet grazed the top of my head from above. That's when I realized someone had been watching me all along. The same happened to me. When I woke up, my limbs were tied and the ethereals were already closing in. Fortunately, the ropes were tied too tightly. I used a broken iron railing nearby and eventually managed to cut through them. But I barely ran a few steps when a bullet hit my arm. I could only grit my teeth the rest of my life. Ugh. If she keeps talking, she'll throw up again. That maniac's shooting for the shadows. They seem to take pleasure in watching our frantic attempts to escape. They could have just killed us right there, but they deliberately aimed at each shot slightly off target, giving us just enough strength to keep struggling. Under threat of the ethereals chasing me in the sniper's fire, I don't even know how long I ran. Eventually, I managed to reach an area where the ethereals were less active, but that maniac shot me with a tranquilizer and I passed out again. Same here. Now that I think about it, we must have both passed out in the same area. I don't have any more questions. Also, Xing Liu, I think I mentioned this before, but I actually met Amelie, who voiced Xing Liu in the English dub. She was really sweet.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the three of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
Let's see, Amelie in a character is an instant 10 out of 10, what Mary spent my entire life with. I agree. Like, she also voiced Marin Kitagawa from My Dress Up Darling. And gave a lot of life to that character.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
I'm Jesse, currently working as an internet information broker. I'm still pretty new at it, though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
And honestly, that's not the first time that I picked it, that I wanted to pull a character purely based on the voice actor who's voicing them. I pulled for Kuki Shinobu in Genshin, specifically because she was voiced by Kira Buckland, who also voiced 2B in Nier Automata.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all. Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
If I recall correctly, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
Remembrance Day? What's it about?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital, and find comfort in each other's company.
I play hover's games for the plot VAs. That's fair.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there. Was your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Kartis squad.
This sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
Ah.
Well, that's...
That is information we need.
I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force.
I'm gonna snooze
It's
the
not
ads
like
real
I'm
quick,
trying to
so
hide
that we
it.
can go through the dialogue
They're
without being
just
interrupted.
memories from my time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad. That's the absolute truth.
I was also in the Obsidian Division, Impura Squad. I don't
Excuse
know
me.
who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our 3 squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. But there's something else I need to ask. I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone else?
Nope, none of them saw him.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for. Male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me.
You don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person?
Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
You return to random play with Charon. Even after questioning those 3 survivors, the clues we have so far are still insufficient. Oh, by the way, everybody, in case anybody didn't see it, the wife of the week for this week is Blake Belladonna. And husband of the week for this week is Solid Snake. Our goal is to find the missing client. Right now, we only know that he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator, but we have no idea who the perpetrator is or where they went. I think the other proxy is right. The information with the 3 survivors is limited. With our current information, it's hard to deduce whether we should go to find next to find the client. Our clues have run dry. Long live Solid Snake. Snake! But we still have something out of it. At least we now know some characteristics of the perpetrator. A sadistic sniper with a grudge against the Defense Force. They're meticulous in planning, avoid open confrontations, and are obsessed with committing crimes in the Hollow. With these characteristics and the Hollow coordinates, we might be able to deduce the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as the potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victims. Yes, and while we're narrowing down the search, the perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. Someone's here. Bell? I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. The intelligence broker might have something important to tell us. Proxy, let's talk to him first. Okay, everybody. Before we continue the dialogue, I have to let this ad break run. But when we return, we'll continue the story. Alright, welcome back everybody. Anyway, let's continue the story. Also, just one second everybody, I'm just, there we go. 4 days until shop reset, everybody. You bring Shepard to a room where you can talk.
Phaethon, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
Yeah, it seems the client was kidnapped, brought to the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for clues. But why did you rush over to the store? Did you find anything?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Shepard shows you his phone. About 10 minutes ago, the missing client sent another location on Knock Knock. There were no other messages.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
We've been chasing dead ends with absolutely no clues. And now one just appears out of nowhere? Something smells fishy here.
You're sure it's just a disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating. Just be careful. Any casualties, and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
Don't mention it. But I have to ask, why are you doing this? Calling for help might have been the safest way to handle the situation.
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death. Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
I helped you keep this from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's just too dangerous. What if this lead is a trap? Who even knows who's really behind the client's messages anymore?
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family. I've scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music. Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
If they're still alive, could there really be no trace of them after all these years? Why is his gaze towards you seems to convey such a question? But then, thinking about how you're also searching for your teacher, it doesn't seem all that hard to understand.
I get how anxious you must feel. Let's face this together. But this time, we really need to be extra careful.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
Invitation to kill.
I'll help you. You're right. Let's fire it up.
Is it a new case to solve?
I'll protect you.
I wanna... I've got your asset.
Number 0, Captain of Silver Squad. It's been a while.
Silk.
My loyal payment received. Let's get to work.
And by the way, daily reminder chat, you're amazing. In case you haven't heard it today.
Looks like there's something here. Is this?
Proxy, look at this. A communicator left right at the Hollow's entrance.
Oh, thank you for collecting daily void shard.
Why is there a communicator here? It doesn't look like it was randomly left behind.
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Ah, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Liar Squad.
Oh, hey, don't censor me.
Don't let your kids watch it. Sniper, or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit,
Like, I'm not even doing anything lewd. Why censor me?
You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off
Completely unnecessary ass shot.
Charon of Liar Squad. Your name.
I mean, maybe not, but it's surely not unappreciated.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interfered with your plan, you've decided to take me out for good?
I thought you were just going to be another obstacle in my way. And now, with you in my sight...
Murders.
This must be some kind of destiny.
I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm looking for someone. Given that you're waiting...
That's
at
not
the
something
Hollow
my
entrance
kids would
they
have to
shared,
watch.
I'm guessing you have them.
I mean, I am an 18+ stream.
If you hand them over, perhaps we can make a deal.
So your version of making a deal is stalling for time to locate me and lining up your shot? Can't say I'm surprised. After all, that's exactly what I plan to do too. You seem to have rather unique eyes, but you'll never get the chance to hit me. After all, no one's better at counter.
My poor kids was protected. Well, that's the reason I have the 18+ tag on here.
Seems talking won't resolve this, but I'm not averse to using force.
Now that's the spirit. If you're looking for someone, why not search the Hollow for clues? Providing you can survive both my attacks and those of the ethereals, of course. Oh, and I've prepared a little gift for all your trouble. I hope you still have that determined look on your face after seeing it.
Watch out for Grim Vulture taking shots from afar.
Ether vision activate.
Oh, is there nothing we can do?
Right on cue.
Magic Jack, welcome on in. How are you? I love that emote.
I found a box. Some
A rather creepy box. It's giving off an unsettling stench. You have a bad feeling the opening would be asking for trouble. You glance at Kara beside you, who has fallen silent. Clearly, she's having the same feeling. Right now, she's hesitating about whether to open this box. Sniper shoots sniper, sniping the sniping gun and leaving the other sniper unable to spin the enemy sniper. That's making my head a bit dizzy. Hope you're well. I'm doing pretty good. How about you? Wait, 3 years? Wow. Well, for almost 3.5, actually. A bloodstained, tattered military cap, carelessly crumpled and stuffed in the corner of the box. Though the owner's identity remains unknown, the message it conveys can only mean one thing: death. Kara reaches out and picks up the military cap from the box, her fingers tracing its shape. Her lips tremble. I'm okay, Proxy. If my sense of touch isn't deceiving me, this appears to be the outfit of my former teammate wore, or a replica of it. So this surprise Grim Vulture mentioned, I see now. Let's keep moving, Proxy.
You still remember what's inside the box, right?
I see you staring at the booty. No, I'm not staring at the booty. It just happens to be in my line of sight. Well, hi, Presto. How are you?
Quick shot. He took his own life. Well, it wasn't much different from being off by Ethereals had almost completely taken
Another high-pressure ether tank. And a lot of ethereals have all...
This looks like a Sonic fight.
Proxy. Let's
Wait,
keep moving.
How so? Charon, don't push yourself. Finally, she opens the box. A pair of blood-stained, tattered military gloves lie twisted in the center of the box. It's clear that whoever placed them here hadn't tossed them carelessly. They had been deliberately arranged with malicious intent. The movement and effects? Oh, you know what? I could definitely see that. Just as I thought, these are for one of my squad mates too. Let's keep moving, Proxy.
Acheron's favorite gloves. It wasn't easy getting my hands on them.
It's over now!
As expected of such a famous, beautiful commander, even her luck is stylish.
Can't catch me.
Such a pity. And then, both her hands were missing. Don't you think that's a shame, little sniper?
Gotta keep her close.
Such beautiful hands. They can no longer take it. Ethereals gnawed off her arms and part of her legs as well. But she still had some backbone. She stood tall, even in death.
This fan attacks that gets any can barely move. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Even the most beautiful crops will wither without protection.
There's still a third box. We got Karen's hand, trying to stop her from opening it, but she lifts the box lid almost mechanically. The third box contains a blood-stained quarter of clothing and a severely damaged piece of engineering equipment, also stained with blood. Karen picks them up, her trembling fingers feeling their shapes. She doesn't speak, neither about the plans for pursuing Grim Vulture, nor about which of her companions these items belong to.
Congratulations! You found the third box. Inside is... Who was it again? Oh, right. A piece of bloody fabric from Cocytus's clothes and some damaged engineering gear stained with Leafy's blood. There weren't enough boxes, so I had to cram them together. They're just a medic and an engineer, not exactly combat material, right? Surely you're not mad, are you?
Karen's face turns deathly pale. She silently picks up the bloody items from the box, her spirit visibly shaken by the weight of these ominous relics.
Enough already! Using her squad mates, her family to mentally torture her? That's vile. How much longer are you planning on doing this?
Oh dear, did I go too far? My sincerest apologies. It's just, watching you plunge headfirst into my trap was so entertaining. I may have gotten a bit carried away, you know? Relax. The person you're looking for isn't here, and those are just fakes. I didn't actually take them from her comrades.
Oh no, that's just cruel.
Her comrades are long since corpses in the hollow, after all. How could I possibly have gotten hold of their clothes?
Let's see, is it just me or that was a fake dialogue decision? Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't really affect much, but other times you get different responses for dialogue choices. So they're not always quote unquote fake, Lectra.
A decisive strike to be sure. But as I've already said, your awareness, sight, and experience mean nothing in front of a more skilled sniper.
I didn't expect to kill you so easily. There was a subtle change in your ether fluctuations the moment I fired. That was all I needed. You knowing my past makes me feel sick. But after seeing that you're just a coward who feels fear from another's killing intent, it doesn't bother me as much anymore.
Coward, you say? How fascinating. You were little more than a hollow shell before. But now
She said one thing, then said the other, meaning it probably didn't matter which one you would have chosen. In that case, it was, but there are some dialogue options that do get a different response, although the story keeps carrying on.
I know your composure is nothing more than a facade. You've never truly faced the weight of your comrades' deaths, have you? I bet your mind is now filled with their dying screams.
Karen and I both believe her squad is still alive. You can drop the act. Why are you so fixated on Karen? Just because she used to be in the defense force? She has nothing to do with your target.
Nothing to do with it? Then why don't you go ask her about it? What surprises me more is you actually believe her teammates are still alive. Don't tell me she dragged you into all this danger without telling you anything.
Shut up.
Oh, she's
If
pissed.
she won't tell you, I will. Those so-called alive squad mates of hers went missing during the fall of the old capital. I'm sure you know exactly what that means. When the old capital fell, countless Defense Force soldiers were either killed by Ethereals or became them. The surviving soldiers, struggling to defend themselves, never had the opportunity to carry their comrades' bodies out of Hollow Zero. Obviously, her squad mates, the members of Liar Squad, were among the dead. But since their bodies were never found, she insists they're still alive. Even going as far as to deceive her own proxy. It's laughable.
I didn't lie to the proxy. They're alive. I have proof. Someone like you could never understand.
Oh yeah, the distortion that they added on their voice to stay anonymous is pretty interesting.
I could never understand? Huh. You think it's hard to understand your childish thought process? If you really have solid proof, why not tell me? Come on, let's hear it!
My eyes. I lost nearly 90% of my vision during the fall of the old capital. But in return, I gained the ability to see what others can't. Every second of every day for years, I've seen my squad mates. Not as fleeting shadows, but vivid and lifelike. They've never disappeared. They're alive, waiting for me to find them. Why else would I have been given these eyes?
That's your proof? Did you hear that? Proxy hiding in the bamboo. She spent years chasing after people who couldn't possibly exist.
I hope if we find this person that they get a well-deserved slap, because goddamn.
You'd rather believe those visions of your teammates are real-time projections than accept that they're dead. What if I told you the way I described their deaths before was the
No, she's not a blind
absolute
schizo. She had, like, she's blind, but her other senses are enhanced.
Will you finally face reality? Or will you keep fooling yourself, believing in ghosts? I guess you'll keep deceiving yourself. Because that's how you survive.
I'm not lying to myself. I really
want to find your squad mates who have been missing for years and were officially declared dead? You couldn't protect them when the old capital fell, and now you're just making up stories to fool yourself. To give yourself some so-called reason to go on, to latch on to any stupid excuse. You're just a selfish, naive coward who did nothing and couldn't do anything when your comrades were dying.
Charon stands there, speechless. Grim Vulture's relentless verbal assault had nearly struck home. The little color that had briefly returned to her face drains away, leaving her visibly shaking, unable to muster a single word of rebuttal.
Giving up already? At least you've got a shred of dignity left. Nothing disgusts me more than a useless hypocrite. Enough of this. Time to die, coward.
Charon is not a coward. Someone who'd enter perilous hollows just to find what they seek. Someone who'd play music to console a dying soul, despite the pain in their eyes, is anything but a coward. At the very least, she's far braver than a criminal like you, who hides in the shadows, enjoys torturing others, and is constantly in fear of being caught.
Proxy,
Your proxy sure has a way with words.
Or once the
I
game is
won't
18
waste any
plus,
more
not
of my
because of the
breath.
outfits.
Just die
Well,
already.
I'd argue that, see, the outfits aren't really revealing, if that's what you're trying to imply.
I've completed analysis of the surrounding fissures. Charon, snap out of it. We can use that fissure to escape.
Fissures? When did you... Still trying to play tricks.
With no hope of a counterattack, you practically drag Charon, turning to run towards the fissure that had escaped Grim Vulture's notice. Just as the blow is about to strike, you manage to escape through the fissure. I know, but you know what I mean. I mean, yeah, they did up the spice factor with Jane, but I don't know. I can't think of words to say right now. I'm focused on the story.
You want some hot cocoa? I'm sure you're exhausted after such a tough fight. You should get some rest.
Thanks, but I'm fine.
Don't listen to Grim Vulture. They'd say anything to get under your skin. Once we start doubting the truth, we've fallen into their trap.
No, Proxy. I think Grim Vulture has a point. Maybe it's all just in my head. The things Grim Vulture left. When I touched them, I was reminded of the day the old capital fell. I felt the same sensation when I touched an injured comrade. I tried to shake off that feeling, but the truth is, I can't stop thinking about the possibility that all my squad mates are dead.
Would you be willing to share more? What really happened to you and Liar Squad on the day the old capital fell?
That day, in the first hour Hollow Zero started expanding. Defense Force HQ thought it was just a normal Hollow disaster, and thought they could suppress it with a standard amount of troops. Liar Squad was among the first troops sent there. Before we left, our superiors promised reinforcements would be on the way to support us in combat, so we didn't need to worry too much about facing the Ethereals. But soon after we began the mission, we
Right,
realized
Electra?
things weren't going to go like we thought. The Ethereals came at us like an endless tide. The Hollow expanded beyond control, and more importantly, the reinforcements never came. The Defense Force troops outside the Hollow soon realized this was no ordinary disaster. Hollow Zero was devouring Eridu at horrifying speed. The reinforcement plan was called off, and the promised troops retreated. Honestly, even if they had come to help, it wouldn't have changed anything. I watched as members of the advanced force around me died one after another, or were corrupted into ethereals. Our squad slowly lost the strength to maintain formation. I was a weak point in our formation. An ether shot fired by an ethereal hit my eyes, corrupting them. Because of that and several other wounds, I shortly lost consciousness. I'm not sure how long I was out, but just before losing my vision, I briefly regained consciousness. The last thing my eyes saw was my squad mate standing in front of me, looking back. When I woke up again, I was already back at base. The higher-ups detonated the Shiryu pillars, and finally managed to bring Hollow Zero under control. I don't know who rescued me from the Hollow, but none of my squad mates had made it out. For some reason, the image of my squad mates being the last thing I saw has stayed in my mind. It must be some kind of sign. A sign that they're still alive. Don't you think? They must have continued fighting after I fell unconscious, eventually getting lost in some hollow and losing contact with the main force, left to wander between the various hollows of New Eridu. That must have been what happened, right? The Defense Force, civilians, no one believes me.
Do you play Hollow Knight? I have Hollow Knight. I haven't finished it yet, though. I intend to.
It's got to be to guide me to finding them still alive. Am I wrong, Proxy? Are these eyes pointless? I knew that's what you thought. Interpreting what my eyes see as proof my squad mates are still alive is just wishful thinking. But if they're really gone, why would I have been given these eyes, which bring nothing but pain? If they're truly no longer alive, how can I apologize to them in person? Tell them I'm sorry. Sorry for being so weak. Sorry that I failed to protect them. Their faces are all so blurry. I can't see their expressions. I can't even bear to look at them. If their final look at me was filled with resentment and disappointment, I wouldn't know how to handle it.
Charon, listen to me. Even if everyone else thinks you're wrong, Wise and I will never dismiss your determination to find your squad mates. You don't need to make any justifications, because someone close to us is missing too, and we desperately hope she's still alive. Even if the whole world doesn't understand, we will never give up. But I also think being consumed by this obsession, unable to move forward, that's not what those who matter to us would want.
Belle is right. Listen, Charon, you're such a kind person. Maybe that's why you feel responsible for protecting everyone and blame yourself when you can't do enough. But you don't have to carry it all on your own.
Yeah. Right now, the best thing you can do is trust us. We can be sure that Vulture hasn't killed the client yet. As long as we have that lead, there's still hope. We'll support you. No one can dismiss your determination or will. No matter how things turn out, we'll stand by your side and we'll face it together.
Roxy, thank you. I feel better now. At the very least, I want to keep investigating. I'm not just going to stop here.
With this tension easing, it's time to discuss the plan going forward. Just then, the phone rings.
Sorry to disturb you at this hour. Did you go investigate that new hollow? How's it going? Oh, never mind. The client just shared a new location with me on Knock Knock.
They're pretty eager, huh? Which hollow is it this time?
It's Hollow Zero, isn't it?
No, it's not a hollow. If I'm reading this right, this location is Scott Outpost.
Scott Outpost? Isn't that managed by the Defense Force and White Star Institute? What's Grim Vulture up to?
It's Remembrance Day. Don't you recall what Aaron said before? They're holding an event right now, and the place will be open to the public.
So, they're not trying to lure us into a hollow this time. What's the deal? Are they trying to taunt us?
Whether it's a provocation or a trap, I'm not missing any chance to face Grim Vulture. Proxy, will you go with me?
I slept well. I'm glad to hear that. After everything we've been through, it's good that you're well rested. Oh, Karen is already waiting for you in the parking lot. I wonder how she's feeling now. He has to take good care of her, Bill. Good morning, Proxy. Did you sleep well last night? Yes, I did. Sorry, Proxy, for losing my composure in front of you yesterday. I think I've gotten my mood back in order now. It seems I can't hide it from you, Proxy. I'm sorry. I'm still struggling to process this sadness and unease. I'm not sure where I should go from here. Yeah, you're right. Instead of continuing to suffer, it's better to reach out and grasp all the hope we can find around us. Maybe things will eventually change. Let's go, Proxy. Today we're attending Remembrance Day as ordinary citizens, so we can't carry any weapons. I suppose Great Vulture wouldn't be foolish enough to make a move inside a military stronghold. Let's keep an eye out while we're there. I believe we should be able to find new clues. For some reason, after coming here, Karen has acted a bit strange. Proxy, can we explore this place later? What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Alright, I'll say it. It seems like there are some familiar faces here. Wouldn't it be nice to meet them? I don't think I could face them. If I'm not mistaken, they should be family members of my teammates. I don't know how I should face them. You'll have to face them sooner or later, won't you? I know, but I'll be there for you. Then it's a deal. I'll go talk to them. Proxy, you don't have to say anything. Just stay by my side and give me the courage to speak. Are you Alan, Acheron's brother? How did you know? Who are you? Wait, your eye cover. So you're Acheron's sole surviving teammate. I remember you. We met once after the fall of the old capital. After that, I didn't hear anything about you again. I never expected to meet you here. This plushie? It's Acheron's favorite plushie. She always kept it in the most prominent spot in her room. I brought it along here, as if bringing my sister's shadow to participate in Remembrance Day. I'm sorry, Mr. Allen. You don't need to apologize. I saw her one time when my sister came home excitedly, told me that a shy new girl had joined the squad. That girl didn't speak much, but she was beautiful in battle. That was the happiest I had seen her. To her, you were a presence that inspired admiration and desire not to fall behind. A beautiful soldier who gave her the drive to keep moving forward. You don't have to apologize to me. If my sister were here, she would surely say the same thing. Please don't mind me too much. The Defense Force has made a lot of preparations for the Remembrance Day event. Please take your time here. OMG, it's the blonde 2B. You know what? Her eye cover does kind of remind me of 2B just a bit. Also, hi Tabby, how are you? Does Acheron have anything to do with the river? In this case, I'm not sure. But the character in Starville named Acheron. I wonder if that's what she's named after. How's it going, bro? Enjoying the update? Oh, I'm not playing the update yet. I'm waiting for that for next week. I'm doing a Trigger Story quest which came out last week. Last update, but unfortunately I never got the chance to play it yet. But yeah, I'm enjoying the story, and then since I most likely will still have time after I'm done with this story quest, I'm going to be starting Pirate Yakuza, and I'm really excited about that. Thanks for clarifying. I'm out of touch with ZZ these days. Hey, that's fine, Tabby. My son, can you see me now? I'm doing well. My legs and feet are just fine. I just miss you so much. Excuse me, are you Cositus' mother, Ethel? Oh, you are... I recognize you. I once saw you in the military camp after the fall of the old city. You're Cositus' teammate, one of the survivors. I wanted to get in touch with you over the years to see how you've been, but I never heard from you. I didn't expect to meet you here at Remembrance Day. I guess this is fate. Miss Ethel, is your health still... I'm in good health, fortunately. Everything is fine. Although I'm the only one left in the family, the pension for the government is enough, and I still have some years in me. I'm sorry, Cositus, Child, you don't need to apologize. My son may appear carefree on the surface, but he's always felt so much pressure. One day, he suddenly told me that he found a companion who truly understands him. I believe he was talking about you. How can I possibly blame you, someone who helped my son? It's such a blessing. You, a kind-hearted person, are alive and standing here today. I'm so glad. Ethel, Child, don't worry about me. Since you're here for Remembrance Day, don't take your time and walk around and look around. Hope you find something meaningful. She's like blamed herself so much, but meeting the loved ones of her fallen comrades, they don't blame her at all. If anything, they have admiration for her. Wait a moment, that eye cover, that blonde hair. Could you be my husband's Styx's teammate? Styx, are you Miss Sally, Styx's wife? Anyway, Tabby, how have you been? Hang on, I know your auto shout out went off, but let me give a proper shout out as well. Oh, you're playing Devil May Cry 5. How's that going? Yes, my daughter and I came to attend Remembrance Day. The last time I saw you was right after the fall of the old capital. I never expected to see you again here today. Your daughter. Is this your daughter, Zeta? Mom, who is she? Zeta, this is your dad's comrade from the Defense Force. Every time we went to the battlefield, she would be there to protect him. To protect him? Comrade? If that's so, why didn't you protect my dad during the fall of the old capital? Why didn't you let him die and make him unable to come back to me? Zeta! I'm sorry. I couldn't protect him. I'm sorry. Don't listen to what Zeta's saying. She doesn't understand. We never blamed you. Please don't say that. Zeta, you can't say such hurtful things. Apologize right now. Why should I apologize? She survived, but Dad didn't. Isn't that the truth? If it weren't for her abandoning him, Dad would have come back safely. Enough. You don't know what happened back then. Miss Sally, I don't think she's wrong. Please don't think that way. I'll make sure to bring her to apologize to you later. You need to explain to her what really happened. I'm really sorry. Please, don't let us keep you. Go ahead and go and explore the Remembrance statement for now. Please remember, all your comrades, including my husband, will want you to see the hope they left behind. To your surprise, many relatives of the deceased Lyre members are still here for Remembrance Day. Is this just a coincidence? As you're part of the question, the relatives have gathered in front of Charon.
Miss, I'm sorry for being mean to you before. Mom told me you were protecting Dad until the very last moment before you passed out. I shouldn't have said you left him to die.
I mean, that's what we were trying to say, but you were being a little brat.
I'm really sorry. Zeta was really young when it happened, so she was too little to understand, and I haven't really talked about it. I hope she didn't upset you.
No, she was right. If only I'd been strong enough to take down
Zeta looks like Lamine from Genshin. Oh, she kind of does look like a younger version of Lamine. Minus the pigtails, of course.
Oh, that's not fair. The old capital was falling. No single person's strength could ever be the
Challenge Blade passes
deciding
Nero.
factor
Hey,
in
to
the
stage
face of
75.
a
Could have broken my record of
disaster
stage
like that.
89 if I was exhausted from Guilty Gear earlier. So, would you try it again?
In spite of it all, you survived. If they were still here, I'm sure they'd see that as something to celebrate.
I've always known the truth. I failed to protect them. A weakling like me survived, and the rest of them disappeared without a trace. This isn't solace. It's the worst possible outcome.
Is it reasonable to assume that, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Charon has survivor's guilt.
That's something I can't face. I've never had the courage to tell you I couldn't protect your loved ones. All I can do is wander New Eridu, hoping to find some trace of them. Even after all this time, I still haven't accomplished anything. I'm sorry.
You really don't know us at all. This isn't the worst possible outcome by any means. Styx, my husband, and all his comrades who lost their lives, each one of them left behind their own legacy. Just look all around you. Everyone standing before you is a legacy they protected that is carried on to this day.
I know, hey, Tabby, I'm not sure if you saw, but Small Tabby actually started Yakuza 0 this week. And I told her, oh, you are in for a ride.
After my husband passed away, Zeta and I received survivor benefits. And with all the odd jobs I've been doing, we've managed to get to where we are today.
And I'm not gonna lie, I popped in her chat the other day and I said, "Give me a Dad!" Even though you don't see that till later. Way later.
Styx always wanted our daughter to study art, and Zeta's interested in it too. Now, that dream has become a reality. She just got accepted into the art school in Janus Quarter.
Mom and I have our tough days, but I often think of Dad's cheerful laughter, and that memory gives me the strength to keep pushing through. One day, it'll all pay off. Just
Taco
like
Beam!
It has now.
thank you for always being by my husband's side, even at the very end.
Well, I suppose you must have heard about my condition from my son.
Ethel, Cocytus used to tell me about you.
Oh, Cocytus.
He
I was
often
pronouncing
took leave or
Cocytus
skipped
earlier.
work to earn
My
extra
bad.
money by part-timing, or to care for you when you were sick in bed.
Yes, that's true, but I bet he never told you my illness became so bad that I needed major surgery, and he worked his tail off to raise the money. Who would have thought? He would pass before me. I used the benefits from his death for the surgery, and that's the only reason I'm here today. In a way, his passing allowed my life to continue.
I didn't know how Cocytus was pronounced either until I heard it in a Castlevania Portrait of Ruin. Yeah, I thought it was pronounced Cocytus for some reason. Oh, live and learn, right?
Every time I think about it, I feel like I need to keep my body healthy and live a few more years. The sights I see, I believe he can sense them from somewhere far away.
Oh, live and learn. That's a good Sonic song. I didn't even know it was a Sonic song. But if anything, we're probably doing a lot better pronunciation than a lot of late 80s, early 90s anime did. Good lord, they mispronounce a lot of names. Like, I remember a friend of mine reviewed the anime movie for Samurai Showdown, and they kept mispronouncing Haomaru's name. Although, funny thing about that movie, it did something even more goofy as far as messing something up goes. You know, mispronouncing a name or a word. I mean, they messed up the main villain of that movie. I think it was Amaxa was their name. Well, let me just say this. Mispronouncing a word or a name, that tended to happen a lot in 90s animes, but getting a character's gender wrong when they're the main villain of the movie, that doesn't happen very often. And don't think this is just the English dub, the Japanese dub did it too.
When I was too weak to take care of him, it was you and your comrades who stayed by his side. Thank you for everything that you've done for him.
As for me, well, I'm currently working as a fashion designer.
A fashion designer? Is that because of Acheron?
Like, oh, and don't get me started on the English dub for Card Captor Sakura. Oh, hi there, Sakura. Ugh, I cringe a bit every time I hear that.
It is. I'm sure you remember how much she loved beautiful things. She was always into fashion, so I decided to become part of that world. That way, she can always be with me. I admit I had no idea how fun fashion design could be until I actually gave it a shot. I wish I'd figured that out sooner. We would have had so much more to talk about. Anyway, I'm planning to start my own fashion brand next year. She used to say that after retiring from the army, she wanted to pursue fashion design. I really want to carry on her dream. It feels like my life's purpose. You know, she used to talk about you when she came home for the holidays. How your rivalry pushed her to keep improving. So, thank you. I'm proud of my sister. And I'm proud of you, too.
God, Karen had been beating herself up so much about the fate of her teammates. Meanwhile, her loved ones keep showering her with praise and how it's given them reason to keep going.
As you can see, all of us have made it to this day, carrying the will of those we loved. So please don't say they left nothing behind. They've always been a part of every pain and joy we've experienced over the years. Please remember, everything and everyone in New Eridu is only here today because you all risked your lives in battle.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's been wonderful to hear about how you're all doing and to listen to these words. I'm so glad I decided to come here on Remembrance Day.
See?
Speaking of which, I wasn't expecting to see any of you. What brings you here today?
I could ask you the same thing, Ethel. Last time I asked, you said you weren't coming. I only came because I suddenly got a DM from Nathan. He said he really wanted me to be here.
I'm here because of Nathan's message, too. He was pretty insistent, so I thought he'd be here. But I've been looking around for a while now. I still haven't seen him.
So it's the same for all of us. I responded to his message, but he never wrote back. Isn't that strange?
Sorry, but who's this Nathan you're talking about?
Nathan is Lethe's younger brother. Frankly, out of all of us, he's probably the one who wants to Steve the most. He used to be part of the defense force himself, and...
The day the old capital fell, his squad was responsible for supporting the forces that had already entered the Hollow, which included all of you. He's told us that story so many times. When they saw how bad things were in that Hollow, some of the reinforcements called off their plans and pulled back. He tried to stop them, but there was nothing he could do.
Oh, and by the way, everybody, I will give you more details as the date gets closer, but next month I'm going to be doing a Lockdown Protocol collab with my stream team.
He always blamed himself and wanted to find you to apologize. But the truth is, the reinforcements retreating was inevitable. Shortly after their retreat, headquarters issued the official order. We all lost someone in that disaster. And for a while, we resented the reinforcements for their decision. But over time, we came to understand it, and we eventually let it go. There is no avoiding casualties in that battle. In hindsight, it wasn't wrong for headquarters to prioritize saving their strength.
May I ask what the name of Nathan's squad was when he was in the Defense Force?
The Impera squad of the Obsidian Division. Is something wrong?
Nothing. It's just... I think I might have stumbled upon the answer I was looking for.
After 4 family members paid their respects and left, they continued touring Remembrance Day. Karen stood there in a daze, seemingly having understood something. At that moment, a sound came from the open space in front of the outpost. It seems someone had stepped onto the podium, and the citizens all gathered at the podium, preparing to listen to the person's speech. According to schedule for Remembrance Day, it should be time for a representative of retired Defense Force veterans to give a speech. It looks like the speech is about to begin. I feel a bit concerned. Proxy, could we go over and listen to the speech for a moment?
Is that Zoe on the podium?
Is she here to speak on behalf of the soldiers?
Is she here to speak for the soldiers? That seems fitting. She's cut medals after all. But I don't see Jesse or Aaron anywhere. Didn't they come?
Everyone please, quiet down. Zoe, of Nemesis Squad, a representative of the veterans, will now deliver the Remembrance Day speech.
Hello, everyone. I'm honored to stand here and speak on behalf of all of the soldiers of the Defense Force. Today, we gather to commemorate Remembrance Day, a day born from the tragedy of the old capital's fall. Many of us lost relatives or friends in the disaster, and I am no exception. Every member of my squad perished in that battle, leaving me as the only survivor. Losing the friends you cherish to the Hollow is a pain that never fades. It's a sorrow that will stay with us, now and forever. However, to the families of the fallen soldiers, hold your heads high with pride for your loved ones who gave their lives. They fought to the very last moment when the old capital fell. Death isn't the end, nor dishonor. It is their eternal medal. They gave their lives facing an unstoppable disaster, exchanging their sacrifice for the world we have today. In doing so, they fulfilled their duties as soldiers to perfection, Without the blood they spilled, Eridu would not have endured, and new Eridu would never have risen from the ashes. In honor of the wishes of the departed, look ahead, people of New Eridu. Our thoughts and remembrance of those who passed will be carried in every flicker of candlelight and in every bouquet of flowers.
Zoe's speech is met with a wave of prolonged applause. Yet amidst the claps, she droops her head, expression darkening. She stays silent, waiting for the applause to fade before lifting her gaze and scanning the crowd. Her eyes pause briefly on Charon, carrying a chilling aura.
My speech was meant to end here, but since you all seem quite engaged, please allow me to share a little more. The reason you all agree with what I've said is because it offers a way to step away from the pain. That's what the living do. They seek ways to ease the weight of others' deaths, so they can find a way to start over. This is the new Eridu of today. A huge disaster consumed the old capital, and the people who survived it keep saying things like, treasure the moment and start fresh to numb themselves, hoping to forget the nightmare. No one talks about the soldiers who gave their lives in Hollow Zero. No one asks why they had to die. The brave gave their lives battling the ethereal onslaught, while the weak survived. This is a new Eridu, built by weaklings. It's founded upon their way of thinking.
Grey Vulture?
Your applause makes me realize you all accept this logic. Each of you had loved ones who sacrificed their lives in the fall of the old capital. And now, you're thankful that someone has encouraged you to move on from them. What meaning does the sacrifice of those who died have if you all choose to forget? Have you never thought about why your own loved ones had to die? And why no one is responsible for their deaths?
Miss Zoe, there's not much time left for your...
Open your eyes! I'm speaking to those who have lost loved ones! If death is the medal for the fallen, then pain is the cross the living must bear. If you fear its weight and run from the suffering, the soldiers will never find peace in their eternal rest. To tear the wound open once again, so you'll never forget the searing pain! That's the real meaning of Remembrance Day!
I don't agree.
Charon, I didn't expect you to be here for Remembrance Day. How are things going with your search? Seems like you have something to say.
Among the people standing here, there's a woman who raised her daughter with the survivor benefits left by her husband. Another who's been able to carry on with her life thanks to the final efforts of her child. And yet another who's found purpose because of the influence of his late sister. The will of the deceased lives on in every person here. The soldiers who died during the fall of the old capital fought for this. The future that their loved ones are making for themselves now. The old me might have agreed with what you said, but someone taught me that pain and hardship can lead to hope. They helped me see that hope could be inherited, not just destroyed when life fades. That's why I believe the departed didn't leave us wounded or with a heavy cross to bear, but with a melody. Each of us holds a harmonica that plays the melody of life. At first, it may sound awkward, but it will eventually flow smoothly, taking on our own style, until it merges with our soul.
You seem quite certain about what you're saying. Tell me then, what kind of melody is left behind by those we've lost?
I'm not sure. I can't picture the exact melody, but I trust the answer I've chosen. And I trust everything I've seen and heard.
A vague and insubstantial answer, isn't it? I was right about you, Charon. From the moment we met, I knew we'd never really understand each other.
I'm sorry you feel that way.
Everyone, I apologize for taking up your time. My speech ends here. Please feel free to continue with your visit.
Charon looks thoughtfully in the direction she disappeared.
What do you think, Proxy?
Something's off.
Something was definitely off about her just now. And the things she said, I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this.
You mean about her real identity, right? Looks like we're on the same page. Shielded by her identity as a decorated soldier, she seemed pretty confident that we wouldn't confront her directly on military ground like at the outpost. She arrived so brazenly and left without a care. If I'm right about this, she'll be trying to contact us again in no time.
Looks like you're a little busy, so I'll keep it short. The client just sent me a location via Knock Knock, along with a picture of several unconscious, tied-up individuals. I'll send you the location shortly.
Right after she left, too. That is sus.
A location with a picture of the hostages. Looks like Grim Vulture is losing patience and wants to put an end to all this.
Charon, what's your plan? With everything that's happened, no matter what you choose, I'll stay by your side till the very end.
Charon doesn't answer right away. Instead, she takes out her harmonica and looks down at it, as if she's trying to decide. In the end, she tucks her harmonica away.
I've made up my mind. Proxy, please accept my official commission. Help me venture into the depths of the Hollow to rescue the client and any other hostages. It's time to put an end to this. It's up to me to stop Grim Vulture. Stop her from crushing everything in front of her with that heavy cross.
You leave the Remembrance Day event with Charon and return to the video store. She cleans her firearm multiple times and keeps adjusting her breathing. The showdown is about to begin. Proxy, thank you for accompanying this far. In the upcoming battle, Grim Vulture has already likely set up a stage with traps. We may need to brace ourselves for a tough fight. To be honest, there isn't a fully viable strategy. The opponent is a sniper and can keenly anticipate the timing and trajectory of each of my shots, dodging in advance. Entering the battlefield pre-prepared by such a formidable enemy alone, it's foreseeable that she will continuously occupy elevated sniper positions, relentlessly targeting us, while we have her very few opportunities to land a hit on her. Wouldn't that mean we'd be easy prey? Theoretically speaking, that's right. In a sniper duel, the one who fails to secure the best vantage point or exposes their position is always the loser, but I believe there's still a chance. In our previous fight, I could sense the pride and impatience of Grim Vulture as a sniper. I'm not sure where that impatience comes from, but that pride is definitely something we can turn against her. I believe she would never accept the idea of me surpassing her in sniping skills. If I can outmatch her at a critical moment, she will lose her composure. That will be the only instance she exposes a weakness. Proxy, this is the strategy I've chosen. Grim Vulture may indeed be a superior sniper, but I will surpass her and make this strategy succeed. To win this battle, despite the overwhelming disadvantage, please entrust your back to me, Proxy. I need you as my companion to support me. Entrust your back to me as well. Yes, I will. I'll protect you, so please also provide me with your guidance. Okay, everybody, we have an ad break coming up, so I'm going to go ahead and let this run, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. Let's finish this last part of the story.
I'll help you. So good day, Prop. I'll beat everyone.
No problem. Let's go have some fun.
A new case to... I'll protect you from... Standing by. Number 0. Ambi.
There we go. Yeah, sorry about the ads in the middle of the stream. I am trying to prevent pre-rolls from happening. Hey, Kurai, do you still play Punishing Grey Raven? I still play occasionally. Are you asking because of the Devil May Cry collab that's happening?
Another communicator.
Specifically Devil May Cry 5.
Another communicator. It's a bad habit for a sniper to be so talkative.
Oh, really? I think it's rather good for my mental health to witness in real time how my target becomes desperate and gives up their strength.
You read my mind. I just saw footage of the Devil May Cry 5 collab. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Do you really still need to disguise your voice? I thought you didn't want to hide anymore, Zoe.
You're right. Seems there's no need for secrecy anymore. Zoe.
I called it.
Known as Grim Vulture of Nemesis.
I'll DM out a Discord for you to watch later. Okay, perfect. Thank you. There we go.
Zoe. No. Grim Vulture. You, like me,
Hi,
one
Liv.
of the advanced troops deployed to suppress
I
Hollow
hope you're
Zero
doing all right.
after the fall of the old
I
capital.
saw that OBS was giving you trouble again. I'm sorry to see that happen.
Noct, Cartes, and Impera squad. So far, all the victims have been members of these squads. They were initially supposed to enter the Hollow to reinforce the advanced troops. Nemesis, your squad lacking reinforcements.
Yeah, sadly it's
lost
the third
everyone
day
except
already.
you in the fall
Oh,
of
the
the
third
old
day that's
capital.
giving you problems?
You blamed their deaths on the absence of reinforcements and sought revenge on them. That's my conclusion. Just like me, the fall of the old capital left you entirely alone.
But most people said it might be a network problem. Like an internet side?
A sniper, the sole survivor, a mere pawn abandoned by the military. Don't you think we're very much alike? The Impera squad member, Nathan, the one you're searching for, he pleaded with me to let him go when I was about to kill him, saying he had to see you no matter what.
Yeah, but also when I checked, the internet is stable. Usually when I'm having network problems, usually turning it off and turning it back on again fixes it, like, most of the time. But I'm really not an expert on what could be causing the issue.
I let him live to get all sorts of information on you. I was so curious about you that
The
I
LAN?
even set a trap,
Yeah, the router.
disguising myself
Like,
as a victim to get closer.
Yeah, like usually if I turn the router off and turn it back on again, it fixes some network issues.
It turned out we share the same story. We even got the same PTSD symptoms. After all these years, we still see images of our teammates before they die. It's impossible to erase them from our minds. It's just, you use ridiculous fantasies to numb yourself, chasing after illusions of your squad mates. While I can't afford...
One last thing you can do if all else fails, call your ISP to reset the internet on their end.
One night, when I was overwhelmed with the unbearable images of my comrades' deaths, vomiting and crying, I finally realized the meaning behind their appearance before me.
And they live. Let me just give you these. Uppies.
They were pleading with me, pleading for vengeance against those who abandoned us, begging me to destroy the repulsive, hypocritical new order of New Eridu. So, I carried on their will. I began kidnapping targets and sniping them in the hollow, watching as they became corrupted and died in despair.
Do you really think this is what they'd want?
What else? Would they want me to be like you, playing at a game of finding my missing squad mates, accepting their deaths when I'm done playing, and then forgiving the very enemy who killed them? What a noble and virtuous gesture! Forgive on behalf of fallen comrades,
you. After our first conversation, I was certain. I must end your life myself to prove I'm right.
That's exactly what I wanted to say to you, too. Because we've suffered the same hardships, I can't accept the path of destruction you've chosen. Jesse, Aaron, Nathan, the client I've been searching for, and any other targets of revenge you've set your sights on. They all feel regret and struggle over the choices they made back then. But you can't see any of that. You didn't target the higher-ups who misjudged the situation, the dangerous ethereals who killed your comrades, or the ones responsible for the fall of the old capital. Instead, you went after the easiest targets.
Ooh.
Grim Vulture, as a sniper of the Eridu Defense Force, you have failed in your duty. To preserve the will and hope left by my comrades, I'm going to put an end to your actions right here.
That suits me just fine. A sniper should let the gun do the talking. Make it to the deepest part of the hollow alive, and I'll meet you with nothing but raw malice.
We'll see about that.
Here, let me reward you with a few things you don't know. Knock, Cart, Impure, and many other squads. You know the reinforcements that were meant to back us up ended up deciding to retreat. Relying on a show of hands to vote, isn't that ridiculous? Laura? Third way, like a kindergarten election for class monitor.
Jesse and Aaron, do you have them too? Or are they already...
You still care about them? Or should I say...
This prey is lost!
It looks like I haven't made enough footprints in your life if you still have the time to worry about them.
Got you covered. Recalibrating.
Why not leave their fate?
The wind and rain are picking up. That was it.
Extreme weather is perfect for sitting into your grave. No one will hear your screams and cries as you die.
Got you covered.
It's over now!
By the time rain stops, you'll maybe
Oops,
I wonder,
wrong way.
do you remember the weather on the day the old capital fell? It wasn't heavy rain like now, but the sky was just dark. Faded. Part of the hollow one. Ah! Such determination deserves praise! Now, time for the final showdown we agreed on.
Show no mercy.
Surprise!
Only way to put it. What sniper would ever confront their enemies head on? I've prepared a little gift for you.
I am so scared.
High-ranking officer.
Recalibrate.
It wasn't easy luring it here. You can play with him for a while.
The real failure as a sniper is the one who's been forced into a corner, like you!
Welcome back, Liv.
The wind. It's shifting.
I won't fall for your distractions so easily.
Oh, that was
I
clever.
will surpass you with my own melody of victory. And let the wind be the opening notes.
Charon? No! Wake up! Charon! What's this?
Ooh, that was lucky. Knocked the wind out of her, though. Poor girl. Oh, did you see the new drip marketing for ZZ? The panda? Wait, are you serious? Hang on a second. I need to see this. I'm sure they posted on Instagram by now. Oh, I'm gonna check Instagram. I deleted my Twitter a long time ago. Like, I decided that I didn't want my mental health to take a nosedive anymore, so I deleted my Twitter. Oh my goodness, it is a panda. Oh, and Yizhuan as well. I didn't even see that one. But let's see. Let's see. People in the comments are comparing him to Po from Kung Fu Panda. I also think of the Pandaren from World of Warcraft: Mists of Pandaria. Oh, physical defense unit. Not gonna lie, what?
Just you? Where's your friend?
I think it's funny. Yeah, I think it's pretty funny too.
The proxy went to rescue the hostages. I want to speak with you alone. A sniper should always monitor the changes to their surroundings, factoring the environment into their tactics.
But I'm not a big fan of the bear character.
To kill and
that's
to
fair.
take this into account was your downfall.
I mean, I know there's some people who probably will like him, but I'm probably not going to go out of my way to pull him.
Didn't expect to be lectured by a youngster. What a disgrace. When my view was blocked, I realized you'd used the visual blind spot to reposition. So I adjusted my aim accordingly. But I still couldn't hit you.
Your prediction and accuracy were spot on. I was just saved once again by this. By both this harmonica and by my former comrades.
Are you trying to say that this is destiny? That it's the will of my companions guarding me? I lost to the wave of ethereals, to the military's betrayal. And now I lose to your reckless actions, driven by some ridiculous fantasy. Your fantasy, your attitude, your very existence, and the outcome of this battle. They are the greatest denial and insult to my revenge.
Yet you're emitting a much calmer ether energy now. Almost as if you found relief.
My vision is fading. I can't see my comrades on the brink of death anymore. My wounds are fatal, but I don't feel any pain. Relief. It's not such a bad thing.
Did you intend for me to kill you from the start?
Let me answer that question with a story. The first time I saw you was actually during the fall of the old capital.
Hey, you're for sure pulling Hugo next, right, Liv?
My comrades were all dead, and the reinforcements the higher-ups promised before the mission never came. I can't even remember how long the fight went on. Ultimately, I had no choice but to retreat, failing to bring back my squad mates' bodies. I made my way through one battle line after another. The advanced troops were nearly wiped out. But when I reached a certain front, a small squad of survivors called out to me. Few people can still stand after such severe corruption and injury, but all 5 of them were still fighting. They were protecting a girl who had lost her sight and fallen unconscious while searching for a way out of the hollow. They told me they were beyond saving, and if I planned to retreat, I must take the girl with me. I couldn't turn down the last request of a group of heroic soldiers about to die in battle. Your comrades entrusted your life to me. I was the one who brought you out of the hollow. You already know what happened afterward. It didn't take long for you to leave the defense force after you came to. Just like me. I developed PTSD so intense that sometimes I couldn't even hold a normal conversation. But for me, the hardest blow was the death of my squad. To an orphan like me, they were family. If the reinforcements had kept their word and provided support, they wouldn't have died for nothing. Don't you ever have that thought?
To say I don't would be a lie. But I think deep down you know. From the moment we stepped into the hollow, there was no way we were getting saved. Given how quickly the hollow was spreading, and the ever-increasing number of ethereals, it would take the sacrifice of countless Defense Force troops to suppress it. It wasn't something that could have been accomplished in such a short time. The reinforcements would have only been a drop in the bucket. More sacrifices without results. Canceling the reinforcements, sending the advanced troops to rescue as many civilians as possible to minimize casualties. I think most commanders would have made the same decision.
Objective and cold logic. I understand it, of course. But when you see members of the reinforcements living happy lives years later, can you still keep your composure? I couldn't. Even if the chance was minuscule, I wanted my squad mates to survive. But they turned that chance to 0, and still have the nerve to embrace a peaceful future. I can't help but resent them. By the time I realized what I'd done, I had already taken several lives. Nathan. When I tied him up and was about to kill him, he begged me to spare him, saying he had something to give you, no matter what. That was when you re-entered my line of sight. I think I've said this before. We're very similar, yet we have completely opposite beliefs. After meeting you, I became even more certain. In the face of suffering, I chose destruction, while you were destined to choose to protect. But you're still entangled in your obsession with your squad mates. If this continues, you'll eventually sink into a void of despair. Your hope is like a bubble, ready to burst at any moment. The version of you I want to kill is the complete one, who can firmly reject my answer. If you haven't found your answer yet, then I'll be the one to push you forward. I kill you, or you end me. Either way works. But after seeing your growth, maybe I'd prefer you to step over my body. That's the final answer.
Why?
Emptiness and doubt. No matter how many targets of my revenge I took down, nothing changed. Aiming my gun at former comrades, drowning in hate and rage, all it left was a hollow emptiness. But you're different. You've gained unconditional trust from the proxy. You have the courage to fight through my trap. And eventually, you'll have a melody that's uniquely yours. My belief has faltered. I finally remember. My squad mates were fools, just like you. You're right. They would never want me to become this way. I talk about carrying their cross. But in truth, I never carried their will. So be it. Take the hostage and go. The villain stained with the blood of others deserves nothing but a miserable end. I'm looking forward to how long you'll be able to protect those in front of your eyes.
Karen doesn't leave. Instead, she kneels beside Grim Vulture, picks up the bullet-marked harmonica, and begins playing a melody called titled Homecoming. The melody briefly takes over the roaring downpour, reaching the ears of Grim Vulture as she lies bleeding out, barely clinging to life. A faint glimmer appears in her eyes in her final moments.
It can still be played after taking a bullet. Impressive.
This is my final melody to you. No matter how miserable you've become, I'll still remember you. Remember we once shared the same path in life. But in the end, our paths diverged. Your hatred has long twisted into sin. But if not for you, I wouldn't have learned how to hate, or found the true targets of my hatred. I used to know nothing. My teammates served as my teachers and taught me so much. And I think you must be my final teacher. You taught me, in the most intense way, what hatred truly means.
Oh, hi Moi Moi, over on the YouTube side. I'm so sorry, I didn't see your comment till now. But hope you're doing well.
Really? So you found someone you want revenge against, too. That's good.
The melody of Homecoming plays on as the girl endures the agony of her ocular rejection, struggling to make the harmonica's notes rise above the sound of the rain. As last note fades amidst the relentless downpour, the defeated one takes her final breath. You rescue the kidnapped people, leave the Hollow, anonymously report things to PubSec, and update the Shepherd on the situation. The series of tasks that needs to be done after such an intense battle leaves you dizzy. After requesting to meet the client with Shepherd, you receive his message calling you to Port Elpis. Proxy, we arrived at our port. According to the Shepherd, he, the client, and the rescued Jesse and Aaron should all be here. Let's go talk to them. Is something bothering you? Oh, Proxy, you noticed. Even though we defeated Grim Vulture, I can't seem to let it go. Just as I thought, when the wind changed and the falling banner blocked her vision, she could have retreated, waited for her sight to clear, and then resumed sniping. If she had done that, I would have had no chance of winning. But her pride wouldn't allow her to take an action that implicitly admitted her tactics were inferior. She chose to engage in a shootout with me despite the blind spot. Doesn't this just prove your strategy was successful? But after realizing she actually wanted to die, I started to wonder, was my course of action something she deliberately led me into? I would find a way to break her trap and create an opportunity for reversal, and she was waiting for that moment, ready to test whether I had truly surpassed her through a direct confrontation. I believe that was her intention. Her failings must have been very complicated. Proxy, you told me that Grim Vulture once appeared at the port, standing by the trash can on the wooden pier, gazing out at the sea. What was she thinking back then, I wonder? Sorry, I was just talking to myself. Let's go meet our client together. He's still alive and has become another of Grim Vulture's victims. I suppose that's the best news we could have. Although I already understand that the client's true identity is not my teammate, it may not bring the hope I long for. I still want to face him.
So you're the sniper from Liar Squad. It's nice to finally meet you.
And you must be the one who's been searching for me. Nathan, the younger brother of Lethe. It's good to see you safe and sound.
That's right. I'm sorry for causing all this trouble. I nearly cost you your life, becoming a target of a victim from the fall of the old capital. Maybe that's what I get not helping my brother and the rest of the defense force back then. When the reinforcements decided to retreat, I spoke out against it. I had family among the soldiers already in the Hollow, but I didn't have the courage to take that step. The one that might have cost me my life. I'm sorry.
You don't need to feel regret or apologize. The outcome wasn't something you could have controlled. You cared deeply for Lethe, and even today you still think of him. To someone like him, who always cherished family, that's more than enough.
Thank you. I heard you've been searching for the members of Liar Squad all these years. I'm nothing compared to your determination. Thank you for everything you've done, but please stop the search. It's time for you to start living a life that's truly your own. I hate to say this as a family member, but back then, they were already...
I know. You don't need to say it. I've been drowning in a fantasy of my own making for years, but it's a fantasy that kept me from falling into the abyss. Nathan, Grim Vulture told me you have something you want to give me. Is that why you commissioned someone to find me?
Yes. After learning about the bond between you and your squad, I knew I couldn't live with myself if I didn't get this to you. So I got on my knees and begged Grim Vulture, even playing this recording for her, hoping it would move her. Regardless of how things unfolded, what matters is that it wasn't destroyed, and I'm here, alive, to hand it to you.
Nathan rummages through his jacket pocket and takes out a slightly worn tape.
I found this while going through my brother's belongings. It's been tucked away for years. There's a recording on it, and I think it's a gift Liar Squad made for you, but never had the chance to give you.
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I listen to it now with the proxies?
I had to pop my neck.
Wait, with us? I thought we were just here to collect the commission fee today.
Go ahead. As for the commission fee, I'll pay it to you both shortly, so don't worry about that.
Nathan takes a step back. Karen looks at you. Her lips seem to tremble slightly. You gently hold her hand, feeling the warmth and strength through her palm. She presses the play button.
Hey, hello? Alright, it's a recording. This is a message from Liar Squad for our little sniper. Everyone ready? I'll count down. 3, 2, 1. Congratulations on your 1000th day with Liar Squad!
Hey, you guys are totally out of sync. Captain, can we redo this? The anniversary gift has to be perfect.
That's our assault specialist, Acheron. She has a strong sense of aesthetics, prioritizing beauty in both combat and her daily life. She taught me a lot about makeup and fashion.
Oh, she won't care if we're a little off. Forget the re-record. Let's just get it done and order the cake. We don't want him to sell out.
That's our medic, Kakaitis. He's usually lazy and a bit of a smooth talker, but he's actually very capable and kind. He taught me a lot about unconventional negotiation tactics and ways of handling things.
You two, stop arguing during the recording. I've already ordered the cake. If you keep rambling, we really will have to re-record this. Cut the chatter already.
And that Styx, a reliable artillery specialist. He's the oldest in the squad. He loves sharing photos of his daughter and reminiscing about how he wooed his wife. The way he won her over inspired me a lot.
All right, let's all calm down. Wouldn't want to get on the captain's bad side. Captain, would you like to go first? We can edit or re-record whatever we need to.
That's our scout and engineer, Lethe. He's a bit self-conscious because of how his younger brother excels, and he's somewhat introverted. But he's actually very capable. He taught me sharp observation skills, calm execution under pressure, and how to make use of the environment.
Okay, thank you all for settling down before I completely lost my cool. It's fine. No need to cut anything or re-record. Let's just keep it as it is. Loud and messy, just like our Liar Squad.
That's our captain, who took me in and taught me how to play the harmonica. And the real Charon. I'll make sure to explain properly to you later, Proxy.
As you've heard, this recording is a little gift from the 5 of us. How time flies. When I brought you into the squad about 2.5 years ago, you were just a shy kid who blushed whenever you talked to someone. Over these
She's grown quite a bit
1,000
since
days,
then.
you've really worked hard to keep pace with our fighting rhythm. You've done incredibly well. In the last mission, your successful sniper kill of that high-risk ethereal really helped Acheron a lot. I hate to say it, but yeah, I went too far in last time. Thanks for getting me out of that mess. Just this once, I'll admit, your moves were more elegant in that fight.
And not just that fight. Ever since you became a quicker shot and learned to adjust for wind speeds on the fly, we've been taking fewer and fewer hits. Makes my job way easier. So, cheers.
You often worry about not doing enough. But in these 2.5 years, you've absorbed everything I know about stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical countermeasures. Trust me, you'll become an incredibly skilled sniper.
Having you covering us from the rear makes every fight feel safer. But you still have a lot to learn about socializing and romance. When peace finally comes to Eridu, leave us and live your own life.
Where did that come from? She's not leaving us. Even if she retires, she'll move into my house and I'll spoil her with loads of beautiful clothes. We can talk about living alone in 10 or 20 years. Sorry, I got carried away. Anyway, you're talented and hardworking. Over these 1,000 days, you've opened your heart to us and even encouraged us in return. Having you as a comrade is a blessing for all 5 of us. But I have to say one thing. You're always so sensitive and kind. Every time you see us get hurt, you look like you're about to break. Has our squad motto, having each other's backs, become too much of a burden for you? I get how you feel. When your squad mates trust you with their backs, your first instinct is to protect them, right? But that's not the way it should be. No one can shoulder everything alone. Don't try to carry everything on your own. Choosing to fight on the battlefield is my resolve. Feel it. Share yours with me. And when it's your turn to watch my back, I'll give my all to honor it too.
As long as you fight with all your strength, there's no such thing as failing to protect something, because your will and our will is preserved and carried on in other ways.
But don't let that weigh on you. Try to trust in us, just like we trust in you, no matter what.
I've struggled with that kind of thinking myself, but I eventually made my way through it. All this talk of camaraderie, of keeping each other safe, it's like a harmonica melody scoring our time together. Even when things change, our tune will go on, and that's enough.
Exactly. Honestly, I'm sometimes terrified. Afraid that someday, you'll blame yourself for failing to protect us and fall apart. That's why I wanted to record this message. Please, don't try to bear everything alone. Maybe you can start relying on us more, fully entrusting your vulnerable side to us. Our will has long been intertwined with yours. We're comrades. This is getting way too sentimental. It doesn't feel like me anymore. Anyway, we just want to see you trusting your comrades enough to share your burdens, even if it isn't us. Finally, we'd like to give you the song that's closest to us. If what we've said is hard to understand, just feel it through the music. Please, enjoy my masterpiece, Homecoming.
The old cassette plays a familiar tune. Its sound crisp and clear, as though it were just recorded yesterday. When the music fades, the tape goes silent. We turn to the woman who calls herself Charon as she desperately wipes away uncontrollable tears. The harbor wind ruffles her hair, and then at last, she lifts her head.
Proxy, do you remember? I was once terrified of seeing the look on their faces.
Yes. Can you see them clearly now?
Yes. Crystal clear. As if I've returned to the exact moment of parting. So this is our last glance. This is the answer you wanted me to find. Thanks, guys. For everything.
After meeting with Nathan, you spent a long time with Karen at Port Elpis, letting the sea breeze wash over you. You don't say a word because you both know it'll soon be time to part ways. As the temperature begins to cool, you head back to the strict street with her.
Proxies. No. Lies. Belle. I've troubled you two a lot these days with my personal affairs. Words can't describe what you've done for me.
It's no trouble at all. To be honest, Belle and I have been a bit lost lately because of some personal matters. But meeting you has felt somehow comforting. Don't you think, Belle?
Exactly. We got something out of the experiences we shared. At the very least, it's brought us clarity. I guess our wills have always been aligned, haven't they?
Yeah. When I was trapped in self-doubt, unable to get out, I'm glad you were there with me. You're right. We've already entrusted our backs to each other as comrades. And because of that, because we are comrades, please, hear me out. Maybe you've already noticed. I'm sorry, but I've been keeping something from you. Charon isn't actually my codename. As I mentioned before, Charon was my captain's codename. When I met both of you for the first time, I didn't want to tell you my codename, because I thought someone who couldn't protect their squad mates had no right to one. So I lied. Captain Charon was an orphan like me, with no family to mourn her. I've been using her codename because I may be the last person in the world who still remembers her. But I understand now. If I want to keep moving forward, I can't keep hiding behind a lie. My true codename is...
You don't have to tell me right now.
At the harbor, Nathan spoke to you privately. Was he offering you a chance to return to the Defense Force?
Yes. He said he still has a friend in the Defense Force who's currently forming a new squad. And if my goals align with theirs, I could consider joining them.
So, what's your decision? Where will you go next?
After everything that's happened, I think I do share the same goal as that friend of his in the new squad they're building. So I'll head back to the new Eridu Defense Force and keep chasing my new goal with a new team.
And your new goal is?
Your new goal? Are you going to look further into the fall of the old capital?
Yes. My encounter with Grim Vulture has made me realize this should be the true form of my vengeance. I'll uncover the real culprits behind the old capital's fall and make them pay for their crimes. If the ferryman who leads me to the truth demands a price, I'm willing to wager my life. I have a gut feeling the masterminds will reveal themselves again soon. To protect the city my comrades cherished and sacrificed their lives for, I won't allow such a tragedy to happen again. By letting the will to protect guide my hatred, I now have a clear aim toward the truth.
That's what I thought. If that's the case, then for now, we probably shouldn't learn your true codename, or lean on each other too much.
Are you saying we're on opposite sides?
No, we might walk different paths. Those paths will lead us to the same destination. It's just that, for now, we can't say any more than that.
To be honest, after facing an enemy as ruthless as Grim Vulture, we're reminded of our own powerlessness. Watching you fight back, almost losing your life to a bullet, that feeling, we're nowhere near strong enough to protect you, and we're not strong enough to open up about our pasts either. Sorry.
Without a second thought or hesitation, Karen takes hold of each of your hands and brings them together at her chest.
If this is your slightly selfish principle, I'll respect it. You were once my proxies, and I'll keep this memory locked away as something I cherish. If, as you say, our destination is the same, then we should continue on our separate paths, striving to grow stronger. The next time we meet, I'll reveal my true codename. I hope we can become true comrades. I want your presence to forever remain in the melody of my life.
Yes, it's a promise. We'll meet again, Charon.
Hello. I'm the sniper from the former Liar Squad of the Chrysoberyl Division, recommended by Captain Nathan, originally of the new Eridu Defense Forces Obsidian Division, Impera Squad.
Ah, I heard about you from my superior. You're the one who dealt with the serial murders targeting the Defense Force, right? Well, the new Eridu Defense Force is ready to welcome you back. Let me confirm a few details before taking you to base. Which squad are you applying to join? And did you have a code name during your previous service?
I'm applying to join the Obsidian Division's Obel Squad. As for my codename, Trigger. I was Trigger of Liar Squad.
There we go. Things gonna come to an end. Belle, do you think we'll ever see Charon again? For sure. Yeah, I hope so too. We must grow, get stronger, and gain creative power to face any crisis. When we reunite with her, then we must hear her real code name. Exactly. However, after hearing about the connection between Charon and Grim Vulture, I can't but feel a bit sad. Two people with the same fate ending up walking completely different paths, becoming enemies. Belle, if we also encounter enemies who once experienced the same fate, but now walk completely different paths with opposing goals, forced to be enemies, what would you choose to be? I would seek mutual understanding with them. If that time ever comes, let's seek mutual understanding with the other party together. Faithhead should face everything together, right? After everything that's happened, I'm feeling a bit tired. You'll feel the same, right, Belle? We'll get more and more commissions from the Shepherd from now on. I'll probably take a short break while we can. And just like that, we finished Trigger's story quest, everybody. But all right, everybody. I'm gonna step away real quick and might let an ad break run because because I'm not sure how much time we have before it goes off. But I'm gonna go ahead and end the VOD on the YouTube side and then restart it, and we will play and we will start Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. So please stick around for that, and I'll be right back. And everybody over on the YouTube side, if you liked what you saw here, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you want to see more. But I will be going live again very shortly, so be right back, everybody.